Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're actually going to repot this variegated Ficus Benjamina into its first bonsai pot. So the plan is to, of course, take it out of this cover pot it is in right now, separate the different plants, because there's actually 3 different plants in here, and then we will go from there, see if we pot them together, maybe tie them together, creating more of a clump style bonsai, or actually separating them and only using the bigger one for the bonsai right now. But I would say we decide on that once we take it out of the pot. And that is what I would start right away now with. So we simply go ahead. We loosen the soil around the pot a little bit and get it out and take a first look at the root mass. I can see a well-developed root mass. What I do see also is that some of the root mass has died back. I did have that problem with this tree definitely, that one of them actually died back completely, and I think it was due to some problems with the roots. So we will get a closer look at that. I'm already interested to see in how deep this actually has been potted, so how far the trunk actually still goes below the soil line here. So we simply start by breaking off the soil here from the top. A lot of this root mass anyway will have to go. You can see here, for example, there is one of the dead roots that come from this middle tree. So it was definitely a problem with the roots. But we will get a look at that in a second. So, first one we have out, this is a very thin one, so we definitely, at least alone, won't pot this one up, but we might actually try some fusing. You can see this one has completely died back by now, so that is a lost cause. There was definitely probably a problem of overwatering with this one. So the important thing is we get this out, we don't leave any rotted material on the other tree, so we don't get like an infection on that tree or something. So I cleaned off the old soil, and let's take a closer look at those trees we have at hand. So we have this small little tree here that I'm not quite sure yet we're going to incorporate or not, so we'll put this to the side, and I would like to focus first on this big one here that we have. With very healthy root mass, the only thing I do want to do is take off some of the thicker roots, just giving it a cleaner start in the new tree. So we'll take off some of the bigger feeder roots here that are just too high up here for my liking, because I do want to repot this or pot it up in definitely at a lower point than it used to be, because it used to be pointed up right here. So I might actually even take off this thick one right here. So we take this out, and we have another thick one down here that we also will take out. Roots on ficus are normally very soft, so it's quite easy to take out big chunks like this, and they are normally quite forgiving when it comes to their roots. Here we have a very long feeder root. I would also reduce that simply, and it leaves us with a nice tight little root mass that is definitely perfect to work with. So if we look at the overall tree, of course we will need to look at the height. We also need to look at the positioning of the tree itself, because right now it doesn't really have any shape whatsoever. But for now, what I will do is actually shorten it a little bit, because it is definitely too tall at the moment, and I would go in quite drastically on both of those branches that we have. Not sure if we keep them both, but it definitely helps to reduce the height. So we take this off. And here I would actually also go in quite strongly, probably down here. to just shorten it already, I will move those two to the side. I might actually propagate them, even though I already took a lot of propagations from that tree, but reducing the height a little bit, just so we have a better looking tree here in the future. So I thought about maybe incorporating this, somehow fusing it, but I do think we actually don't need it. So I would keep it this way, and I might actually take out this branch here as well, coming to think of it, because it is too low down here. It might actually thicken here too much. So we get inverse tape probably if I leave this on. Now the question is which has the better potential, and I think it is definitely this side. I like the taper, it already has ramified more than this side. So there will always come a point where you have to take some more drastic decisions, and this is one of them. So we do actually take out the side branch here, and we clean it up a little bit to make sure it doesn't leave an unsightly bump here in the future. So another potential propagation actually, so we could look at that. And we're left with this tree that we might even reduce further still, but we will look at it. First, what I actually want to do is pot this up now. Maybe I take this cutting here also to the side. This one I will definitely pot up because we do already have a great root mass, so that definitely goes into a separate pot then later. But as I said, cleaning up a little bit here, and then we focus on this cutting. So already prepared the pot it's going to go in, which means I put some netting in the bottom of the pot so the soil doesn't fall through, and some wire to actually stabilize the tree. So what soil am I going to use? It is actually a mixture I'm starting to use now more and more often. It's very rough perlite with some clay pebbles mixed into it as well. And I already have the cuttings that I took from this one in the same pot or in the same soil mixture, and they're doing great. So I will continue using that. I'm filling the lower part of the pot with this mixture. And then we need to position the tree. So we see again, do all of the roots fit? Can we make them fit? And how do we want to position the tree? And that is going to be a very difficult decision, because the tree is definitely not at a point at where we talk about a finalized bonsai. So this is really the start of the tree. This leaf we can already take off because it's coming out at an offshoot. And I do think actually I will reduce this a little bit more in height and actually take off all of this parts here, because it is too laggy there definitely and doesn't really have any taper. So we can take this off, will in the future benefit the tree, and that doesn't leave us with that much, because we will also take this one off and shorten it a little bit, and probably even shorten this one a little bit, to have a nice tiny little tree that definitely has potential in the future, but of course right now is basically almost fully defoliated and doesn't really have the look yet that we want to achieve in the future. But that is definitely okay. I do want to incorporate this side branch here in the future. Maybe this could be a side branch or a leader, or this could be the leader. So now it's really about positioning. What could be a potential front of the tree? And I do think with a bit of wire, this to the side, or as a leader, with this being a potential back branch that we might actually sacrifice still in the future, this could be a nice positioning. So giving it another look. And I personally am quite happy with that. So we'll tie it in. So I'm simply using this this wire that we had in the pot already to tie it in, making sure it holds. So I could basically lift the pot with it right now. So it definitely won't jump out of the pot. We make sure we get all the roots in here. Otherwise, of course, there's still the potential to shorten them. And then we fill in all the areas around the tree with this very, very coarse perlite that, in my opinion, works very well for me. I do tend to water too much sometimes, So this perlite actually helps me a lot to still get enough air to the roots and avoid a root rot. But of course, what you need to do is to really work it in, make sure you fill out all the areas that are in here so the roots don't dry out too much. That is definitely something to keep in mind. So I'm really pressing down. There's no risk of compacting it too much because of course it is inorganic material that doesn't give. So that is not a problem. And we can easily fill out all the areas here with this perlite and a little bit of clay mixed in it as well. Still trying to get some of the clay also, filling out the little areas in between. So just basically now sprinkling in some of the clay as well. That fills out all the areas around it quite nicely then. And there you go, definitely a drastic change to this tree. But in the future, what will happen? So let me take out this one still here, a little bit of growth. What will happen? We will create better taper on this tree because we have reduced it in size. It will probably either this or this will become the new leader. You can already see there is a difference in the width of the trunk, which will become more and more pronounced. I have seen that on other Ficus Benjamina that I've worked on previously already. This could become a nice little side branch. Right now I basically just leave it on because it has very strong, nice foliage. So in case there is some dieback up here, we can always reduce it further down and use this as a new leader and get more movement in. Movement is definitely a big project. We will still keep working on this tree in regards to movement. Maybe here with a new leader we can get in some movement by also wiring then, but we will see this in the future. Of course, there's a lot of stress now on this tree at the moment. The only thing I'm going to do still is water it and then set it in its spot where it's going to stay and see how it will evolve in the future and how the health is doing on the tree. I will definitely keep you updated on this tree. If you have any questions regarding ficus or repotting, just leave them in the comments. I will get to answer them as soon as I see them. Hopefully I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care and goodbye.